Hey, how y'all doing tonight? Tonight we're going to make another Italian dish, kind of like I've been doing here lately. We're going to make a cannelloni. A lot like a manicotti, the difference is the cannelloni is going to have a white sauce, a nice good cream sauce on top of it. And we're going to have cheese, the ricotta cheese, and we'll also have shrimp in this cannelloni. So we're going to go ahead and get started tonight. This one will be real good. First we're going to start off, I got my pan heating up here. I'm going to give it a little olive oil. See the little olive oil down there? And I got an onion, I got the big old Vidalia, I chopped, so I'm going to put that in there. And it's going to just saute that down here. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of slappy in there on the onions. A little slappy mom, just some Cajun seasoning, just sprinkle a little of that on there. Also want a little bit of Old Bay seasoning here. And put that in there. Now, what we're going to do is just saute these until they cook down. Now, the onions have caramelized a little bit. I'm going to add some garlic, chopped garlic. You got about 3 or 4 tablespoons of it. I'm going to stir it around for about 30 seconds, just so you can really smell it. Smell real good. Okay, now I'm going to add 1 cup red wine, and we're going to let this reduce by half. Okay? So that means just simmer it and let it reduce by about half. Now to this reduced red wine and onions, you go ahead and add some tomatoes. I got a 28-ounce can of crushed red tomatoes. And then I got 2 smaller cans. I really need 2 of those 28-ounce cans. Put these in there. I'm going to stir this around. Now I'm going to add some fresh herbs from the garden. I've got some basil that I chopped up. I've got some thyme and some oregano. And then I've got some just regular dried bay leaves. So we're going to stir these in. And we're going to let this stuff simmer for about 45 minutes. Now, while that is simmering aside, we're going to start on the filling. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil in the skillet once again. And I'm going to get some pancetta. This pancetta is just like Italian bacon. It's all minced up. So I got about 1/2 pound of this pancetta in here. We're going to saute this just for a second. So now this pancetta is starting to saute a little bit. I'm going to add some chopped onions, just a little bit. I'm having to use the frozen ones because I used all my onion, fresh onion for the sauce. So let's see, I'm going to add about 1/4 cup. I guess maybe a 1/2 cup. And let this saute as well. Okay, now to this, I'm going to add about a couple of teaspoons of garlic. I'm going to stir that around just till it's fragrant. Okay, now that I've stirred the garlic just a little bit, I'm going to add some tomato paste, about a heaping tablespoon, a little bit more. Okay, probably about 4 teaspoons, I guess you'd say. Stir that around a little bit, and just let that kind of simmer. Okay.
I love bacon.
Now I'm going to add in just 6 teaspoons or tablespoons of a dry white wine, and we're going to cook this till it totally evaporates just about. And just cook all the wine out of there until it's just a little bit. Only cook about 2 or 3 minutes on about a medium high heat. And it's going to evaporate most of that wine and just leave the flavor. The wine's cooked down, and we can hear it starting to sizzle and pop a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and add the shrimp. I've got 2 to 3 pounds of fresh peeled Gulf shrimp, and I had to cut them. I'll show you. I actually had to cut them in half. Down at the fish market, all they had was a larger shrimp, so you could probably use a smaller shrimp for this. So I just cut them in half, and what I'm going to do is stir these around here for 2 or 3 minutes, just so the shrimp turn pink. Now, right toward the end here, where the shrimp are getting plump, I'm going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning, just some dried Italian seasoning to the shrimp. And this will give them a little bit of flavor, okay? So that's good. And now the shrimp are nice and plump, I'm going to take these off and set them to the side, let them cool. Now we're going to finish this sauce off by adding the cream. It's been simmering for 45 minutes. I'm going to add 2 cups of heavy cream. 2 cups heavy cream. Now I'm going to stir that in and let it simmer for 5 minutes. Then we're just going to remove it from the heat altogether. And now, so I mix the cream in. stirred it up, and I'm kind of pulling all the little pieces of little sticks and all, you know, the pieces of the thyme and the bay leaves out of there. And as soon as it gets done simmering here for 5 minutes, I'm going to take this off the heat. We're going to make the stuffing. I've got the shrimp here cooled down, and I'm going to put in, let's see, this is 30 ounces of ricotta. You want whole milk ricotta. Put that in there. Then I've got some chopped parsley and some chopped fresh basil. And put that in. See how that goes. And we're going to add the cheese. We'll start out with some Parmesan cheese. I'm going to put about, I've got these little 5-ounce packets of Parmesan. I'm going to put about 2.5 of them in. I've added the Parmesan. I'm going to add a little bit of mozzarella. Let's see. I'll get it open. Something a bit like that. That's good. And a touch, a little flake, red pepper flake, just a little bit. And we'll stir all this together. And now that it's all mixed up, I'm going to set it aside in the refrigerator while I cook the noodles. I'm going to boil those noodles, the shells, for about 6 minutes. And now that I've cooked the noodles for about, I guess about 6 minutes, rinsed them off in cool water, got them setting aside. I'm going to go ahead and grease this pan. I'm going to pour about 1 cup of that sauce mixture into the bottom of here, okay? Kind of just get around and get it even in here. Now we're going to start stuffing the noodles and putting them in the pan. And what we're going to do, we're going to take the noodle like this. So we'll take a handful of the stuffing, okay, and just push it down in one end of the noodle, okay? Just like this. You don't have to use a piping bag or anything like that. You know, it's a little messy, yeah, but you know, this is the best way I found to do it. Go ahead and stuff that one end, then we'll turn around and we'll stuff the other end with the shrimp and cheese mixture, and we'll just lay it in the Pyrex and keep on making a row. So you see, you just line them up just like that, stuffed with all the good shrimp stuffing. Okay, so now that I got all the cannellonis in there, I'm going to spoon some of the sauce over the top, alright? There we go, just like that. It's a wonderful sauce here. Stuff is really creamy. It's creamy and tomatoey. So it's a great little combination. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to come back with a little bit of cheese. Okay, now put a little mozzarella cheese over the top. Alright, this one gives us some nice cheese pull here. Really good. Mozzarella.
Did you put 2 cups of water in here, Wally?
Put it over here.
Did you just put 2 cups of water in here?
Alright, now I'm going to put a little bit of Parmesan on there, okay? Okay. A little Parmesan. A little Parmesan crumbled over the top. Then we're going to pop this guy in the oven on 350. Okay, so I just popped these out of the oven. They're still bubbling. We'll let these sit for at least about 10 minutes and just settle down some and let everything get into place. Then we'll cut them up, give them a try. Okay, so let's go ahead and try to get a piece out of here. Here. Not the easiest thing in the world to get out. Oh well. There we go. Looks really, really good. Nice and cheesy. I tell you what, we got cheese hanging on off the plate. Okay, it looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a taste. See what it's like. Get us a good piece of shrimp in there too. That cheese is something else, I'll tell you. Plenty of cheese on this dish. Really, really good. Nice cheesy goodness. That fresh seafood taste. You gotta try this one.